Hello, it's Reverend Phil here with our little word on Wednesday. I hope that your week, well, however your week is going so far, I hope that you know that God is with you in whatever challenges or joys or sadnesses that you are living through at this time. For our little thought, I'm going to come back to the Bible reading that we had on Sunday, which was about Jesus feeding more than 5,000 people with 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. And that verse, which has really sort of stayed with me during my time of preparation for Sunday and since then. When Jesus landed, he and his disciples have been out on a boat on the lake trying to get a bit of peace and quiet. When Jesus landed and saw a large crowd, he had compassion on them, because they were like sheep without a shepherd. So he began teaching them many things. I'm mindful of a few people, some within our church family, some outside of our church family, friends and people that I know, for whom life is throwing up some really rubbish situations at the moment. And I don't know about you, how you respond when life throws up those rubbish situations, but I know I sometimes find myself not knowing what to do, not knowing what to say, sometimes even not really being sure what or how to pray. When we find ourselves lacking direction or purpose or a sense of just what little step to take next, we can be like sheep without a shepherd. We're not sure which way to turn. We need somebody to guide us, to show us what to do next. And in this reading, when Jesus sees this crowd of people like sheep without a shepherd, he looks on them with love, with compassion. He doesn't judge them, he doesn't blame on them, he just looks on them with love. And then he teaches them. So my prayer for myself and for others at this time, whenever we find ourselves just not sure what little step or big step to take next, is that we would know firstly that God looks on us with compassion, with love, and that we would hear what it is that Jesus is teaching us, what it is he's saying to us, what example he's giving to us to follow. Teaching, learning happens in all sorts of different ways. Sometimes it's what people say, sometimes it's the example to follow, sometimes it's what we read or just those thoughts that well up within us. God can speak to us, God can teach us in all sorts of ways. So I pray for anybody who is struggling to know what to do next, what step to take next, that we would know God's love and God's direction. On Sunday at church and for the next few weeks, we're going to be reminding ourselves as a church family who we are in God. About 3 years ago, we came up with this sort of little statement, this sort of sense of identity about who we are. And there's these little postcards we gave out 3 years ago, and there were some bigger posters down at church. And so over the next few weeks, we're going to be reminding ourselves that who we are as a church family. This last 18 months has been terrible in so many different ways. It's been such a disruption to life. But throughout all that time, we have remained in God's presence. And the first bit of this sort of identity reminds us that as a church family, we are rooted and established in God's love. So I hope that you'll be able to join us, if at all possible, on Sunday as we begin this little series of reminding ourselves who we are in God. That we are rooted, that we are held safe, we are nourished by God's love. Also this Sunday, it's going to be the first time that Reverend Helen presides at communion. So I do hope that if at all possible you'll be able to be at church to support her as well, as she, following her ordination as a priest at the weekend, gets to lead us as a church family in this special time of sharing and gathering together around God's table. So if possible, I hope you'll be able to join us for that. Whatever life is like for you at this moment, I pray that you know God is with you, that you know God's love, that in amongst the clamour of everything else going on in life, we might hear God's words to us, God's words of love. We belong to him. We are rooted, we are established, we are held firm within his love. May God bless you and keep you. May God make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May God look kindly on you and give you peace. Amen. Take care. Hope to see you soon. Bye.